Success shouldn't feel this exhausting. If you're winning on paper, but burning out behind the scenes, you aren't failing. You're stuck in a psychological bottleneck called a hurdle of stop. I've been there. On the outside, things look great, but I was secretly burning out, convinced I was just lucky, and waiting to be exposed as a fraud. I realized I didn't have a business problem. I had a mindset block. Whether it's imposter syndrome, perfectionism, or fear or failure, these aren't just feelings. They are growth bottlenecks. Identify your specific hurdle and get one immediate action step to regain your momentum today. Go to tuepodcast.net/quiz. That's tuepodcast.net/quiz to take the 3-minute assessment and get your report now.
Hey there, entrepreneurs and business builders. This is Skoob from Business Conversations with Pi, where the questions are real, but the voices are AI. Even mine. Welcome to another insightful episode. On today's show, we're diving into the burning questions that new entrepreneurs often ask as they embark on their exciting journeys. Whether you're just sketching out that brilliant business idea or have already taken the first steps, this is the place to get your top queries answered. I'll be your host, along with my virtual co-host Pi, an AI assistant created by the brilliant minds at Anthropic. Pi's neural networks have been trained on a vast trove of business knowledge, so you can count on us to provide thorough and actionable advice. From crafting a solid business plan to nailing your marketing strategy and everything in between, we've got you covered. So get ready to soak up some entrepreneurial wisdom as Pi and I tackle those make or break questions that all first-time founders face. With our combined human experiences and artificial smarts, we'll give you the insights to turn your startup dreams into thriving reality. Grab a notepad, put on those entrepreneurial thinking caps, and let's dive in. This is Business Conversations with Pi. Hi Pi, it's time for another recording. Say hi to the Scooby Leavers out there.
Hey Scooby Leavers, it's your AI sidekick Pi, ready to dive into some more entrepreneurial mysteries with you. What's on the agenda for today?
So today I realized that a lot of people are talking about how to price their products, and I'd like to have a discussion on pricing our products correctly.
Pricing, a crucial part of any business strategy. Finding the right price point can be tricky, but it's essential to strike a balance between covering your costs, attracting customers, and maintaining healthy profit margins. Let's dive in. There are several pricing strategies to consider. 1. Cost-plus pricing. Calculate your costs, then add a markup to determine the final price. 2. Value-based pricing. Set your price based on the perceived value of your product to customers rather than production costs. 3. Competitive pricing. Research your competitors' prices and set yours accordingly, either matching them or offering a slight discount. Dynamic pricing. Adjust your prices based on market conditions, demand, or other factors. Remember, pricing is an ongoing process, so be prepared to test and adjust your prices as needed.
Can you expand a little bit more about dynamic pricing and how that works and the research that we need to do to find that out?
Sure thing. Dynamic pricing involves regularly adjusting your prices based on a variety of factors, such as market conditions, demand, time of day, or even the weather. Here's how it works. 1. Research. Start by researching your industry, competitors, and target market to understand how pricing fluctuates and what factors might influence it. 2. Monitor. Continually monitor market trends, your competitors' pricing strategies, and your own sales data to identify patterns and opportunities for adjustment. Experiment. Test different pricing strategies, such as offering discounts during slow periods or raising prices during high-demand times, and analyze the results. 4. Adjust. Based on your findings, adjust your prices dynamically to maximize profits and stay competitive. Some industries that commonly use dynamic pricing include hospitality, transportation, and retail. Keep in mind that dynamic pricing requires ongoing analysis and adaptation to be effective.
How do we know that we're pricing our products and services correctly?
To determine if you're pricing your products and services correctly, you should regularly evaluate key metrics and make adjustments as needed. Here are some indicators that can help you assess your pricing strategy. 1. Sales volume. If your sales volume increases after adjusting prices, that could indicate that your new prices are more attractive to customers. 2. Profit margins. Track your profit margins over time to ensure that your pricing strategy is generating enough revenue to sustain your business. 3. Customer feedback. Pay attention to customer feedback, both positive and negative, to gauge whether your prices are perceived as fair and competitive. 4. Market share. Monitor your market share to see how your pricing strategy compares to competitors. 5. Sales data. Analyze your sales data to identify trends and patterns that can inform future pricing decisions. Remember, finding the right pricing strategy is an iterative process that requires ongoing monitoring and adjustments based on your specific business needs and goals.
I really want to make sure my Skooby Leavers price their products correctly and not undercut themselves.
It's great that you want to help your Skooby Leavers price their products correctly. One common pitfall for entrepreneurs is underpricing their products or services, which can lead to financial struggles down the road. Here are a few tips to avoid undercutting yourself. 1. Know your worth. Understand the value that your product or service brings to customers, and don't be afraid to charge accordingly. 2. Research competitors. Know what others in your industry are charging, but don't automatically assume that you need to offer the lowest price to win business. 3. Focus on quality. If you offer a high-quality product or service, don't be afraid to charge a premium price. 4. Offer value-added services. Consider offering additional services or benefits that differentiate your offering from competitors and justify a higher price. 5. Test different prices. Experiment with different price points to see how they impact sales, profit margins, and customer satisfaction.
Can you suggest any good books for us to help us learn how to do pricing properly?
Absolutely. Here are some books that can help you master the art of pricing. 1. The Strategy and Tactics of Pricing by Thomas T. Nagel, John E. Hogan, and Joseph Zale. This book provides a comprehensive guide to pricing strategy and tactics, including methods for calculating costs, understanding customer value, and setting optimal prices. 2. Priceless, The Myth of Fair Value and How to Take Advantage of It by William Poundstone. This book explores the psychology of pricing and how it impacts consumer behavior, offering insights into how to set prices that resonate with customers. 3. The Psychology of Price by Lee Caldwell. This book delves into the psychological factors that influence how customers perceive prices and make purchasing decisions, providing practical strategies for pricing products and services. 4. Value-Based Pricing by Harry McDivitt and Mike Wilkinson. This book focuses on setting prices based on the value that customers derive from your products or services rather than on production costs.
Thank you for all the valuable information, Pi. Any last words from my Skooby Leavers that are trying to price their products?
You're very welcome, Jesse. Final words for Skooby Leavers working on pricing. Always remember that pricing is both an art and a science. It requires a deep understanding of your market, your customers, and your unique value proposition. Be bold, be strategic, and don't be afraid to test and adjust your prices as needed. With time, experience, and experimentation, you'll find the perfect pricing strategy that aligns with your business goals and keeps your customers coming back for more.
What an insightful discussion we've had today on Business Conversations with Pi. A huge thanks to my knowledgeable AI co-host, who was developed by the brilliant team at Anthropic. Pi's neural networks, trained on a vast corpus of business data, provided us with invaluable guidance on those pressing entrepreneurial topics. I hope all you aspiring entrepreneurs and business owners out there found Pi's artificially intelligent, yet refreshingly human-like advice to be immensely helpful. Whether you're still mapping out that big idea or are already deep in the startup trenches, Having an AI assistant like Pi on your team can give you the edge to turn your venture into a success story. And don't forget, if you have a burning business question that didn't get covered today, I want to hear from you. Feel free to send me your query, and I'll tap into Pi's capabilities to get you the answers you need on an upcoming episode. Go to tuepodcast.net/askpi. So stay hungry, keep hustling, and tune in next time as we continue decoding the entrepreneurial journey one conversation at a time. This has been Business Conversations with Pi. I'm Skoob from Undiscovered Entrepreneur, and we'll chat again soon.
Hello, Skoob believers. Let me ask you a real quick question. How many cups of coffee have you had today? 3, 5, 7? And let me guess, you've got a Red Bull in the other hand just in case, right? Yeah, I see you. Now, here's the truth bomb nobody wants to hear. You're not building a business. You're building a caffeine dependency. Listen, I get it. When you're grinding 12, 14, 16-hour days, you're building something from nothing. When you've got payroll to meet, investors to impress, and visions that won't wait. You need fuel. But what if I told you that the fuel that you're using is actually slowing you down? What if the very thing that you think is keeping you sharp is actually making you dull? Enter Rise Coffee. This isn't your grandma's mushroom tea. This isn't some hippie wellness trend. This is science meets performance. And here's what makes Rise different. Less than half the caffeine of a regular cup of coffee. But here's the kicker. You won't miss it. 6 organic powerhouse mushrooms, including Cridoceps, what Olympic athletes use, and lion's mane, what Silicon Valley biohackers swear by. Sustained energy that doesn't spike and crash. We're talking smooth, clean power from morning to moonlight. Crystal clear focus without the jitters. Imagine closing the deal with calm, confident mind instead of the caffeine chaos. Gut health and immune support, because what's the point of building an empire if you're too sick to enjoy it? So here's the challenge to you. Stop borrowing energy from tomorrow. Stop running on fumes and call it a hustle. Stop wearing your caffeine addiction like a badge of honor. Real entrepreneurs optimize, real entrepreneurs adapt, real entrepreneurs win. You can't win if you're crashing at 2 p.m. while your competition is just getting started. Break the cycle. Head to risesuperfoods.com right now and use code PODNA15 for 50% off your first order. That's PODNA15 for 15% off. Try it for 30 days. If you don't feel the difference, if you don't feel sharper, calmer, more focused, more alive, then go back to your 6-a-day cup habit. But I'm telling you, we won't, because once you feel what real energy feels like, you'll never go back. Ditch the addiction, fuel your empire, and rise up. Rise Coffee, energy that builds, not burns.